something clicked into my head and I was like, wow, I really messed up this time.
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada.
Hey Razzie berries, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's a girl Brie, and today I'm here with another story time. Okay guys, so if you've already subscribed, then you are a Razzie berry. If you're not subscribed, then you're a strawberry, and we're Razzie berries over here. Just do what you gotta do and click that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on your post notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop another story time or another video. Okay guys, so let's get right into the story time. I'm not really good at telling stories, like I'm always over the place and blah blah blah, but just stick with me and try to understand, okay? Anyways, so fast forward back, this was when I was in primary school, and in primary school I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have anyone like, you know, who was my bestie or that person I hang out with every day and so on. So I was a loner. So I didn't have the privilege of having textbooks, like, you know, you get your book list and your parents would buy your textbook or whatever. Well, I didn't have my own textbook. I always had to share a textbook with other students, and I was a bright student. Yay. Was a very brilliant student, and because of that people envied me, and I don't know why. So in order for me to share textbook with other students, I oftentimes had to like help them with their work or did their homework. If not, then they would tell me, you know, look out on my book, because I had to write my homework from their textbook and go home and do my homework and bring it into class the following morning. But anyways, me being dumb, I wanted to make some friends, right? So there was this one particular girl, I'm gonna call her D. Alright, so D was like the most popular girl in our grade and so on and so on. Everybody wanted to hang out with D. She would invite persons to come to her house in the evening after school and so on and so on. So one day D invited me to come to her house. So at this point I was living with my grandma, and you know how grandmas are. Come home from school early, don't stop and play on the road or etc etc, and third, no got nobody yard. But me being dumb, as I said, I wanted to make friends and I wanted to fit in. Anyways, so the following day, like they asked me yesterday evening, so today this morning I packed my bag to go to school and and I went to school, and in the morning D was like, what's up, did you ask your grandma to come to my house? And I was like, yeah D, she's okay with it, and we're gonna have a lot of fun and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Fast forward to the evening, ding ding ding, school bell rang, so you know it's time to go home. I waited for D at the bottom of the school, like at the gate of the school, sorry, and she was like, we're gonna take taxi now. Fast forward to when we reached to her house. I was there, and you know, me and we were having fun, little kids. We were playing, jumping on the bed, playing hide and seek, etc etc. I was so caught up in the playing that I did not notice the time, right? And at this point I'm not even curious about what's going on at my house, because all in my head is, oh, I'm happy, I'm making friends, and I will be popular like D, and I will fit in, okay? So I don't remember, I think it was like 5:30 or 6. D's mother came in the room and she was like, it's time for you to go home. And I was like, when she said those words, like something clicked into my head and I was like, wow, I really messed up this time. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna tell my grandma? I was panicking, but I could not really let them know that I was panicking, because I already told them that yes, I got permission to come to their house, right? And anyways, she gave me fear and some snack and put me on a taxi, right? When I got on the taxi, as norm, I was panicking as hell. I was shaking. I didn't know what to think. In my head, I'm like, what am I gonna tell my grandma? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. She's gonna call my mom. My mom is gonna call the cops. I'm gonna go to juvenile home or whatever. When I reached, I stopped the taxi and I paid the driver, and guess who I saw? My grandma. But she was calm. She was like, where were you? And I just spoke to the police and they told me to take you in as soon as you return home and whatever. I was like, I was at my friend's house and this and that and that and that and whatever. Okay, and she was like for some reason, I don't know why, but she reacted in a calm way, and I didn't get into any trouble. I didn't get scolded, and boom, fast forward to the next day at school. So the next day at school was all fun, and you know, everybody was asking me how was it, and asking me if I really came to their house, and you know, everybody was giving me that attention, and etc. The class was so noisy that the principal happened to came into the class to quiet us down. So she looked at me, and then she looked at Dee, and then she was like, Dee, come here. And she was talking to Dee, and you know, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but from Dee's facial expression, I know that I am in big trouble. So then it took her about 5 minutes or less. Then she called me. She was like, what's your name? And what's your name? And I was like, Britannia Campbell. And she was like, where were you yesterday? I was like, I was at home. And she was like, really? What time did you reach home yesterday? And I was like, I went straight home after school. She was like, your grandma was here yesterday looking for you. Where were you? And some of the other students told me that you went to Dee's house. And I was like, yes, I went to Dee's house and blah blah blah. So my dumb ass again, who was so stupid, got called out in front of the class, and the principal basically told the class that, oh, this little smarty pants thought she would leave school and go to a friend's house, and had her poor grandma walking the streets looking for her and blah 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 blah. When I tell you I was humiliated, I was like, please don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Oh my god, I'm such a mess. But anyways guys, that's it for my little story time. I hope you enjoyed it, and for the record, I do not recommend this. I would not recommend anyone to do such things. If you have strict parents and they tell you blah 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 and they tell you to stay home, then just stay home. Go home straight after school, then just do it.